today we are now going to learn the development of surface of a cone by using radial line development method. So the problem statement is
A cone of diameter of base 60 mm and height of axis 70 mm is resting on HP on its base. It is cut by an AIP making 30 degrees to HP and passing through midpoint of the axis. Draw its projections and develop lateral surface of the cone.
in the statement it is mentioned that a cone is resting on its base on HP. So as it is resting on horizontal plane, we have to first start with the top view because it is resting on HP. So we have to first draw its top view. Then we have to obtain its front view. Divide the top view of this cone into 12 equal parts, which are actually representing 12 generators. Taking height equal to 70 mm, draw front view. So this way we have obtained projections of this cone when it is resting on HP on its base. Now we have to obtain the overall development of cone, that is total development of cone. In the first session on introduction to development of solids, we understood that development of cone is always a sector of circle. The angle of sector of circle is given by simple equation theta equal to 360 into r by s degrees. So using this equation, if I try to find the angle theta of sector of circle, then it will be 360 into radius of base circle is 30 and slant height. Now if you measure this slant height, it comes out to be around 76 equal to 142 degree. Okay, so with 142 degree, now we have to measure angle 142 here and then draw that sector of circle. Okay, for drawing that sector of circle, let us just separate development part from the projections, because later on when we try to obtain the points on the generators and then on the development, there will be mixing of the points. To avoid that, we have to simply draw two lines parallel to base and through apex, and at certain distance again take same slant height. So this is the same slant height with apex O dash and this point as 7 dash. Now in the previous session when we solved problem on pyramid, it is to be ensured that this radial line which we draw should be always to the true length. Now in case of cone, if we see top view, generator O7 is parallel to XY, that's why O dash 7 dash indicates true length. So it is quite obvious that O dash 7 dash is to the true length. That's why in case of cone we can directly draw radial line using O dash as center and O dash 7 dash as radius. So with O dash as center and O dash 7 dash as radius, draw one arc. So this is one arc drawn, and our angle theta of this sector of circle is 142 degree. Okay, so if we draw it to the scale, you will get it something like this. So this angle is 142 degree. Okay, so once we obtain this sector of circle, now as we have taken 12 generators in top view, this sector of circle is also to be divided into 12 equal parts. So if we do 142 divided by 12, then it will be 11.8 degree. So approximately we can take 12 degree angle each and divide this whole sector of circle into 12 equal parts. So let us divide this into 12 parts. Name all the generators. So let us say I start from 1. So this is the overall development of this cone. That means if you just take such a sector of circle and fold it, you will get cone of this required dimensions of required base, circle diameter and height. Now we have to show the cutting plane. Cutting plane cuts axis of the cone at its midpoint. So first mark its midpoint. And through this midpoint, we have to draw an AIP. AIP is auxiliary inclined plane. It is a plane which is perpendicular to vertical plane and inclined to horizontal plane. So let us say if this surface is horizontal plane and this is vertical plane, then this plane which is inclined to horizontal plane and perpendicular to vertical plane, such plane is called as auxiliary inclined plane. So as we see here, this auxiliary inclined plane is seen as a line in front view. That's why we have to locate that AIP in front view, such that the angle made by the plane will be 30 degree with XY and it is passing through midpoint. So at this point, make an angle 30 degree and draw this cutting plane. Convention of cutting plane is, it is a center line with only end dashes thick. Okay. Now we have to consider common points on the generators of the cone and the cutting plane. So if I start from generator 1, let us say point A is on generator 1. So likewise point B is on generator 2 and so on. So A dash to L dash are the points on generators 1 to 12 respectively. Okay. Now we have to obtain all these points on the development. So for this we have to transfer all these points on the true length using projectors which are parallel to its base, and then using radial line we have to draw curves and make them intersect with the respective generators. So let us see how to obtain these points. So like this I have drawn all these projectors which are parallel to base up to the true length. Now from here, with center as O and these radii, we have to draw arcs on the development. Like take distance O dash up to this in compass and draw an arc. So this way we have marked all these arcs with center O and these are the respective radii. Now we have to trace each arc and mark the common point, common to the generator and the cutting plane. Let us say point A. How to mark it? First of all we have to trace this radial line, and A is on generator O1. So wherever it intersects 1, this is point A. Now we see 1 appears at the end again, so this is also point A. Similarly, we can go on marking remaining points. So B is on 2 and we can see L. It is again on same line but on generator number 12. So wherever it intersects 12, this is point L. So this is C and this is K. Next is D and J. Now D and J are on these radial lines. So here is D which is on 4. So D is on 4 and J is on 10. Okay. Next we have E and I. Now E is on 5. So here is E and I is on 9. Similarly H and F. So F is on 6 and H is on 8. and lastly point G, it is on generator 7. Okay, so this is the way we have obtained all the points on development. Now we can imagine cone is a curved surface. Whenever a curved surface is cut by a plane surface, the line of intersection is going to be a curve. That's why we have to join all these points by smooth curve. We start from A. So this is the required cut surface, and in this case, as per convention, this top portion containing apex is assumed to be removed. That's why we have to make this bottom part thick. On the development also, retained part is to be kept thick while removed part is to be kept thin. So here the bottom part is retained, that's why we have to draw this bottom part thick. Of course, curve will also be thick, and the top part which is containing apex is to be kept thin. Remember, initially when we draw overall development, these all the generators are to be kept thin. Even right from apex, we have to draw all the generators by thin lines, and later on only the part which is retained is to be kept thick. Remember, generators are imaginary lines, that's why we have to keep them thin only. Don't make them thick. So this is the way we have obtained projections and its development. Now remember, whenever this solid is cut and when we assume this top portion to be removed, then we have to draw projections of these points in top view also. Now how to obtain these projections? We have to just draw vertical projectors and make them intersect with the respective generators. Let us obtain all these points on the respective generators. So point A is on generator O1. So wherever this intersects O1, this is point A. Similarly, BL are on 2 and 12. So here you get B and here L. Then C. C is on 3 and K is on 11. So here you get C and here K. Now let us obtain D and J later on. Obtain point EI which are on 5 and 9. So E is on 5 and I is on 9. Then FH, they are on 6, 8. So wherever this intersect, this is F and this is H, and G is on 7. So here you get G. Now if you see points D and J, if you try to transfer them on the respective generators, you will find that D and J are on 4 and 12. So if I draw this, the generators and the projector, they are coinciding with each other. So here we cannot mark them by this procedure. For that we have to follow simple procedure. We have to first transfer D and J on the true length. So DJ are here transferred onto the true length. From here we have to draw one vertical projector on the same generator. Here we are transferring it on generator O7. So we have to draw this projector up to O7, and then with center as O and radius as this much, we have to bring them on the respective generators, onto the respective generators. So here you get point D, and on this side you get point J. So this is the way we can get points on these central generators. Now we have to mark all these points by curve. So if we go this way, A, B, C, D, actually I am not using scale here, so C you should get somewhere here, and K we are likely to get somewhere here. So this is the way all these points are joined in the top view. Now as this is a cut portion, we have to hatch it. So it means that the top portion containing apice is removed while this bottom portion containing base is retained. That's why in the final top view we have to make this base also thick. So this way we have completed projections of the cone when it is cut by an AIP making 30 degree with XY or with HP and its development. Finally we have to show diameter of its base circle. This completes projections of this cone and its development by using radial line development method. Thank you.
So this is solution of this given problem, which is drawn to the scale and by using instruments. You can follow the procedure which I have just explained and check your solution with this my solution. Thank you.